I missed it. Oh my god. Please crash. Oh my god!
This 13-year-old just broke a record that stood for 34 years. He beat Tetris. Before any of this, he was just Willis. Willis Gibson was born on January 27, 2010 in Stillwater, Oklahoma, a college town of about 50,000 people where not much happens that the rest of the world ever hears about. At 13, he was the kind of kid you've gone to school with. He played clarinet in the junior high band, and he enjoyed biking and going to the arcade, a completely normal middle schooler. Except for one thing. When he was 11, he found Tetris, not the version for your phone, the original, from 1989, a gray plastic cartridge for the Nintendo NES. He played for 2 hours a day, every day, for 2 years. And by October of 2023, at age 13, he finished third in the world at the Classic Tetris World Championship.
Huge appearance, your first time, Final Four, it's tremendous. You're looking to come back again next year?
Yes.
Now, I need to tell you one thing about Tetris, and then I'll never talk about the mechanics of it again, because what you need to understand is small, but it is important. Tetris was designed by a Soviet engineer named Alexei Bajindikov in 1985. The version Willis played came out in 1989, and it has one defining feature: it doesn't end. That's what drew players to the game. The blocks fall, they fall faster and faster. There's no final level, no boss, and no win screen. You play until the blocks are falling faster than any human hand can move, and then you lose. That's the deal. That's what Tetris is. For 34 years, that was the rule. You don't beat Tetris, you survive it. But this game is old, and the console's old, and the programmers in 1989 reasonably assumed no human would ever play long enough to find out what happens past a certain point, so they didn't really program for it. If you could play long enough, the math the game uses to count itself would run out of room, the colors would glitch, the screen would distort, and eventually, the whole game would crash. That was the holy grail, the kill screen, the point where Tetris breaks itself. In late 2023, a group of the world's best players were closing in on it. The reigning world champion, a young player named Justin Fractal U, was leading the hunt. He'd come the closest of anybody. Willis was right behind him. They were trading attempts, trading near misses, inching closer every week. It was going to happen soon. Everyone in the world of competitive Tetris could feel it. Nobody knew that it was going to happen in the worst week of Willis Gibson's life. On Thursday, December 14th, 2023, Adam Gibson, Willis's dad, had a heart attack. He did not survive. I just want to take a second to pause here, because I think a lot of stories about kids who do extraordinary things forget that the kid is, in fact, a kid. 13 is old enough to understand what has happened, old enough to feel the weight of this tragedy. But 13 is not old enough to know what to do next. There isn't a version of you that has ever carried this, and there isn't a routine for it. You just have the feeling, and no idea what to do with it. So you do what you know. You go to the thing that feels like yours. The thing that, on a normal day, would just be how you spent your afternoon. The bedroom you sat in your whole life with the television you've played hours on, and the familiar feeling of a controller in your hands that you've held 1,000 times. Not because it fixes anything, but because it's the one part of your day that feels like it belongs to you. That's where Willis was, on December 14th, 2023. The funeral visitation was scheduled for the following Friday, December 22nd, 8 days away. In the days in between, something shifted in him. Hours alone in his room, run after run, the kind of focus you can't fake and you can't teach. Every piece was placed without much thought. He had been good before, but that week, he became something else. And on the 7th day, he sat down to play one more time.
I missed it. Oh my god. Just please crash. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
What he doesn't know is that across the country in another bedroom, the reigning world champion, Fractal, has just stopped streaming his own attempt. His chat filled up with messages. Stop, stop, stop playing. You need to see this. There's a kid. He might do it. Fractal pulls up Willis's stream. He sits there, leaning forward, watching.
Oh my god.
What you just watched took 38 minutes. 38 minutes of a kid in a bedroom in Oklahoma playing a video game he's been playing for 2 years. When the screen froze, Willis Gibson became the first human being to reach the end of Tetris in the 40 years since it's been invented. When the run ended, the screen froze. When the records fell, and when 40 years of Tetris has never been beaten stopped being true. Willis was alone in his room, paralyzed. No crowd, no commentator calling the moment, no camera crew, no coach in the corner, just a 13-year-old, a television, an NES controller, and a webcam pointed at his face. That was the whole room. In a few weeks, the world would find out. Reporters would be calling, the man who invented Tetris in Moscow in 1985 would want to meet him. There would be headlines in every language on Earth. It was a boy who, for 38 minutes, had forgotten. The next morning was the visitation. He didn't post the video right away. For 11 days, the run sat on his hard drive. He went to the visitation, he spent Christmas without his dad, and he went into the new year. On January 2nd, 2024, he uploaded it to his YouTube channel. What happened next happened fast. NBC, the BBC, the Associated Press, Fox, CNN, The Guardian. Within 48 hours, the story was on every major news network on Earth. He set world records for the highest level ever achieved, the most lines ever cleared, and the highest score in the history of the game, all in the same run. I want to be careful with the ending of the story, because the easy version is wrong. The easy version is that grief made him do it, that the worst week of his life unlocked something in him. That isn't what happened. What happened is that an 11-year-old kid picked up a 34-year-old video game and decided, for reasons he probably couldn't have explained to you, that he was going to be very, very good at it. He played it for 2 years. He got better than almost anyone who has ever played it and earned the run. And then life, the part that has nothing to do with Tetris, the part that doesn't care how good you are at anything, did the thing that life does. And then his dad was gone. And he went into his bedroom, because that's where his game was, and he played, because that's what he did. And on the 7th day, the math ran out and the colors broke. And the thing that never happened in the history of the game happened. It wasn't a miracle, and it wasn't a metaphor, but it was a kid doing the one thing he knew how to do, on a week when there wasn't anything else to do. I think that's why this story stays with people. Not because of the record. Records get broken. Somebody, eventually, will play longer than Willis did, and someone already has. It's because of the order of the days. Thursday, his father died. Friday through Tuesday, he played. Wednesday, he reached the end of Tetris, and Friday was the visitation. All he needed was 38 minutes in a room where, for once that week, the thing in front of him was a thing he could solve. He dedicated this achievement to his dad, because of course he did. Because at 13, when you do the biggest thing you have ever done, you give it to the person who isn't there to see it. But before any of this, he was just Willis. A 13-year-old boy living a quiet life in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Hey, you made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means a lot, especially since this is my first video. If you enjoyed it and want to see where this channel goes, liking the video or subscribing would genuinely help me out more than you would know. I've got a lot of ideas brewing, and I can't wait to make more videos for you in the future. See you in the next one.